and welcome back to the Danny Rearranged YouTube channel. Welcome if you are new. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today's video is something new, something I've not talked about or done on the channel. Super excited. We're gonna get right into it because usually my intros are super long and chatty. Nope, today we're getting right into it. This wasn't the video I intended to put out today. So the next video is going to be super motivating, but from here on out, if there is something that I think is interesting or valuable or maybe helpful to talk about, I'm just going for it. I'm turning on the freaking camera and we're going for it. So what I'm going to talk about in today's video is something new. It's something that just kind of popped in here. The gears up in here have been moving forwards on medium speed. Usually they're going backwards and slow, but not as of recently. There have been a couple of books that have expanded my mind and have flipped my decluttering and minimalist journey upside down. And there's just things, it's just like all of a sudden, I don't know, it's all up in here. Now, most of the time when things are up in here, I tend to talk really fast and they vomit out of my mouth. But today I'm gonna try really hard to not do that. Are we asking ourselves the wrong question when decluttering? I've been on a decluttering journey for 2 years now, and one of the questions that haunts me when I declutter, and I think everyone who declutters goes through this, we ask ourselves, what if I need it? That is the question when we declutter that really trips us up. It is the question that can completely hinder and stop our decluttering process. What if we're asking ourselves the wrong question? So let's go around the house. I'm gonna go around the house and we're gonna do a little experiment. And we're gonna see if this works. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm not a guarantee. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm just going with these. Really cute, got them from the Dollar Tree, painted them black, made them fall Halloween pieces of decor. When I went to take them out this year for Halloween, I couldn't find a place for it. I kept trying to move it around everywhere. No matter where I placed it, I didn't like it. It's like no matter what I did with them. So then I started to contemplate whether or not I should declutter them. Like, is this something that I should declutter? And what was the first thing that hit me? What if I declutter? Question number one, followed by 8,000 other questions. What if I declutter it? What if I need it one day? What if I use it one day? What if I decide to do a DIY with these in the future and do something miraculous with them? What if? We think of the what ifs. And that's when it hit me, which is so crazy because this is something so trivial. Like these Dollar Tree vases, so trivial, but it hit me. I thought to myself, what if I'm asking the wrong question? What if instead of asking the question, what if we declutter it? What if I ask myself, what if I keep it? When we're decluttering, this is what we're gonna try. I don't know if this is gonna work, we're just gonna try it out. But what if we ask ourselves, what if I keep it? Followed by only 2 questions. Not 8,000 different questions, not racking our brain trying to convince ourselves to keep something. We just go straight to purpose, place. What if we keep it? Followed by what's its purpose? What's its place? What is its purpose gonna be? Where's its permanent home gonna be? And if we can't answer those 2 questions, if we can't think of a purpose or a place, for some items, that's gonna be a definite, see ya, bye, we're getting rid of it, we're decluttering it. For other items, especially like sentimental stuff, it may not be that simple. It may not be that easy. It just depends on what you're decluttering, how much you're decluttering, and so forth. But what if we just gave it a try and we ask that question and we ask ourselves, what is its purpose and place gonna be if we keep it? It was then that I realized I don't want these. I don't need these. I don't have, if I can't find a purpose or a place for it, why am I keeping it? It's obviously not that important. I think another thing too, when you ask yourself, what if we keep it? It takes the pressure off of decluttering it. It was almost like subconsciously, it made me feel better asking that question versus asking, what if I declutter it? Because I'm taking the word declutter out of it. I'm taking the pressure off of potentially removing it by tricking myself into thinking, well, what if I keep it? It just eliminates that pressure. That's what I felt. That's exactly what I felt when I asked, what if I keep it? It was a different feeling. It was a less intense emotion. And honestly, I think if you can at all try to make the decluttering process easier, the better. Because decluttering is such an emotional roller coaster. It can be so hard. So to me, asking that question took off the pressure of decluttering it as well. So we can let these go. Another piece of my Halloween decor. I love this thing. I think it's so cute. Problem is that it was full of these Halloween flowers. Okay, again, I'm questioning on decluttering it. What if I keep it? All right, what's its purpose gonna be? I don't have one. And where am I gonna place it? Well, I don't want it in here, so where else am I gonna place it? I don't have a purpose or place for it. So let's go put it with the other vases and get rid of it. Moving along into here, you may notice something odd that shouldn't be in the dining room. It's this bra. So I found this bra in my purse, not the last video, the video before that. And it's a little too big, and but I thought maybe I could make it work. So I tried it on again, and I mean, this is probably inappropriate. It does fit, but it's a little loose. It's a little presumptuous of me. It is a little loose, but I didn't want to return it because I don't like returning things. And it's a nice quality bra, and it's very comfortable, and it's a little loose, but I kept thinking I could make it work. I could make it work. Okay, a part of decluttering is being brutally honest. Brutally honest with yourself and brutally honest with your family and friends and the people around you. Honesty is key. And when you're decluttering, you kind of have to be brutally honest with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you're gonna keep things and you're gonna accumulate things. So I had to pull it together, get it together, and ask myself, okay, it's not going to work in the long run when I could just take the time to return it and get a different bra that actually fits appropriately. But again, I debate things like this. I debate these things when I declutter. So I'm asking myself, okay, if I keep it, what is its purpose? Where is its place? It doesn't have a purpose. It doesn't have one because it doesn't fit right. So there's no need to worry about the place because the purpose, there's no purpose to it. It doesn't fit. It's too big. We're gonna let that one go. Okay, moving along in here, in this entryway area, this area has kind of become, like especially over here, it's kind of become a clutter zone, which we don't want. We don't want clutter zones. But a lot of times, like for example, this goes in my car. This stuff is recycling. So this stuff can be put out to the recycling bin and I'll just throw that over my car. But a lot of times, like the things that you know, that I don't have a place for, that I'm questioning. A lot of times I'll shove it under this table or by this table, or I'll put it in the corner in the 4 season. So there's certain areas that I'm noticing that are becoming the clutter zone areas, specifically for items that I want to keep, I don't want to declutter, or I don't know if I should declutter, and they kind of just sit there, they dwell there. And we don't want those areas. So if you're looking at an item and you're really unsure on what to do with, I do recommend getting a bin or a box or a tub or something where the questionable items can go into. So there's like a specific place, because a lot of times we'll find like corners or cabinets or drawers or something around the house that becomes the area for unsure things. So just get like a bin or something and mark it for, you know, for later, like mark it as the for later bin or something like that, and then come back to those items. Because sometimes you are in the decluttering process, there's gonna be times where you're gonna get stumped. That's just is gonna happen. There's gonna be items where you really honestly don't know what to do with them. So just get yourself a bin or a tub or something to store those items and then come back to them at a later date. But I threw this picture frame over here, which I have so many picture frames, especially in my DIY arts and crafts makeover cabinet in the 4 season, which eventually I gotta reorganize. But I have a lot of that stuff in there, and I don't need this. So I actually have had, I think like, I don't know how many of these. These are from the Dollar Tree, and I've decluttered so many of them. And I guess I felt guilty that I had accumulated all of these, but I never really did anything with them. That the ones that I randomly find, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do something with it. Like this time I'm gonna do something with it. But again, let's ask ourselves, what if I keep it? What is its purpose, and where is its permanent home gonna be? I don't have a purpose for this. I don't even have a DIY in mind for this. And I haven't. And I don't have a permanent home for it because I don't want it in that cabinet in the 4 season that's storing stuff like this, because it's already full. I don't need any more stuff. So if I don't have a purpose or place for it, we're gonna let it go. Okay, so this bin is full of large Legos. These were my son's Legos. And this was in the entryway closet. My entryway closet is one of the main clutter zone areas. The reason why I was storing it in the entryway is because I have a friend of mine who has a son that I thought may like this, and I wasn't for sure. I wasn't even for sure if she wanted it. I have a tendency to keep clothes or toys for family members and friends before even asking them. Now, of course, I ask before actually giving it to them. I don't just drop it off at their house and I'm like, here you go. I don't do that. But if there's items that are new, like new clothes, new shoes, new toys, a lot of times I like to save it because I'm hoping that my family and friends may want those items. The problem is I wasn't 100% sure if my friend wanted this. And about, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, we went over to visit her, and I forgot to bring this because, you know, I even had it out. I had it out. I took it out to put here to bring with me, and I still forgot. So I go there, I ask her, and she's like, oh, goodness gravy, no, I don't want any more toys. She's like, I don't want anything. They have enough. And I'm like, well, I don't know anyone else who would take this. And it's like, Danielle, why are you fighting so hard to give these things away? Just donate it. Someone else will enjoy this. So I don't know. I guess it's because I want, especially if it's in good or new condition, I love giving gifts. So it feels like I'm giving them a gift, and I love doing that. But the problem is that most of my family and friends have enough crap and they don't want any more stuff, especially kids stuff, because they got so much. So I held on to this, not knowing for sure if she wanted it. Here she doesn't, and I kept forgetting to bring it to her. So I just wanted to mention this because this has become a problem with me. Like, I need to stop doing this. So, you know, what if I keep it? No purpose, no place. Let's let this go. The reason why I wanted to mention that is because I also in today's video wanted to talk about some of the things that I'm having a difficult time with. And that is something that I struggle with, is that I always want to like gift my friends and family with something, especially something that's newer and good condition. And the thing is that as nice as that is, a lot of times that is exactly what we're doing. We're forgetting about it. We're storing it here. We're forgetting about it, or they really don't want it. Now, there are times when family and friends do want something that you have. Of course, I think that when it comes to those items, the best solution for me would be to put a date on it. Like, okay, I decluttered it on Monday. Before the end of the week, I need to call so-and-so to ask them if this is something that they really want. And if it's not, then let it go. Because you don't want something sitting in your house for a prolonged period of time. Because the longer that an item sits in your house, the more you're gonna second guess yourself. You're gonna start to second guess yourself because you're looking at it, you're staring at it, you have it in your house, you're storing it, you're not officially letting go of it. So now you're gonna start to second guess. You're gonna start to question yourself. Or I'll start to bring it to the cabin. Or I'll save it for people that I think may want it, that usually don't ever want it. They don't want it. You may remember this from a previous video, I don't know which one. Could have been a YouTube short, I'm not quite sure, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I found this in my arts and crafts DIY cabinet that I've talked about like 8 times in today's video. And somehow it broke. So I put, I fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it and fixed it. It looks awful. Okay, so it looks okay from the outside. It's just the outside. From this angle, it's fine. But you know, that doesn't look so good. Bottom line is, this, after I fixed it, sat on that shelf in my bedroom. And that's where it's been sitting. It's been sitting there. Because for the last, I don't know how long, a month, maybe longer, I've been trying to figure out what I can do with this. The problem is that I ask myself, this is like a prime example, okay, prime example. What if I declutter it? What if I declutter it and I do end up having a purpose or place for it? Like I end up using it and it's magical, it's wonderful. I do something so creative. I stretch the imagination with it. It's not gonna happen. I don't have a purpose or place for this. So instead of asking myself, what if I declutter it, with 8,000 other questions that come after that, what if I keep it? Purpose, place. I don't have a purpose for it. I don't have a place for it. And it's been over a month. And it's the what if I declutter it question that is what tripped me up for the last month. That is the question that has hindered me from this item, from decluttering this item. It's that specific question. What if we declutter it? I think that question is one of the biggest reasons why we hold on to what we hold on to and we accumulate more stuff. And I don't know, I just think that when I ask myself, what if I keep it, purpose, place, it cuts right to the chase. It's in my face. It's brutally honest. I don't have, and you have to answer that question when you ask, what if I keep it? Purpose, place. And if you just don't have a purpose or place, it's just time to let it go, most likely. So, goodbye. There's one other thing that I want to talk about before ending today's video, and this is really important. I think that guilt a lot of times can really stop us in the decluttering process. It can make us procrastinate. It can make us just stop altogether. Guilt is one of those just awful feelings, and it's something that we have to kick to the curb. And I talk a lot about that. I've been talking a lot about that on the channel, especially after reading the book, The Home Edit Life. It's a great book, fantastic book. I'll link it in the description box below. In that book, they have a couple of mottos. One is living the low bar lifestyle, which is, it's great. The second motto is either guilt-free lifestyle or no guilt lifestyle, something to that effect. It's letting the guilt go. And it is really important. And I know it's hard, especially, you know, it's easier said than done to just forget the guilt, to let the guilt go. It's easier said than done because it's such a strong emotion that usually leads to a bunch of other negative emotions like sadness or regret or, you know, anger or resentment. You know, guilt, just, it's awful. But when we're decluttering, we really just have to let the guilt go. We got to try to let it go. And one of the things that I used to feel really guilty about is when I would declutter an item that I actually needed that I had to replace. And that was hard. And it's not like this has happened a ton of times before. And usually when that does happen, I don't feel too bad about it because if I can donate something, if I can donate something, I will donate it. And if there's something that I let go of, that I decluttered, that I donated, that I needed again eventually and had to replace it, at least I feel good knowing that at least somewhere someone's using that item. But there are times when we declutter something, whether that be donating or just tossing it, where we've had to replace it. And we feel guilty about that because we feel like we're being wasteful. Prime example. How many muffin tins do I have? I thought I only had 2. Okay, well I thought I only had 2. Apparently I have 3. Do I need 3? Are you seriously gonna do this again? I mean, really, are you seriously gonna do it right now, at this very moment? Like, are you gonna do this? I swear, I didn't know that I had 3. I thought I had 2. That I had a big one and a small one. Do you need this one? Ah, son of a... We're not gonna do this right now. Anyway. Muffin tins. Okay, let's head down memory lane. These muffin tins, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't bake. I'm not a baker. So I don't understand why I have these. But again, I'm looking at these like, these are my only muffin tins. I don't have any other muffin tins, but what if I make muffins again? But I'm not. I don't even remember the last time I made muffins. But what if I do? Should I keep them? What if I need them? Seriously, I'm asking myself this question. Because I don't know. The muffin pans are tripping me up. That was fun. I decluttered my muffin tins. They trip me up. Literally, I did not know what to do with them. Because yeah, for the longest time, I bought my muffins and my cupcakes. I'm not a baker. But isn't it funny when you declutter something that you actually need, that you have to replace? It's like you need it right after you declutter it. It was very shortly after I decluttered the muffin tins, after I donated them, that my daughter all of a sudden wanted to be a baker. She wanted to make cakes and muffins and cupcakes and brownies and all sorts of stuff. She really loves to bake. It was funny. It was like really shortly after I decluttered these. So I had to go out and get muffin tins so I could make muffins and cupcakes. The thing is that it's gonna happen. I mean, I can't guarantee it's gonna happen, but it can happen where you let go of something but you realize, ooh, I actually need this item, and you replace it, and you feel guilty because you feel like you're being wasteful. Don't feel guilty. Again, give yourself grace, be patient with yourself. This is a learning curve. This is a process. It's a learning process. I'm still figuring it out. I'm still learning. But I will tell you what, I am at a point right now in my home where I'm down to sentimental stuff and the little crap that's always gonna come in and out of the house. Like, I've met my decluttering goals. Like, I'm 90% of the way there. My home is where I want it to be. It took me 2 years to get to here. And I love it. I could never imagine going back. But I've learned a lot of things since then. And there's something that I just recently learned that I want to talk about in the next video. And I think this is something that really put my mind at ease, and it's making me feel better. You figure out what works for you and your family, and you figure out how you declutter, what you want to declutter. You figure it out. And sometimes there's going to be items that you let go that you need to replace. It's happened to me with the muffin tins and a couple of other items. It's okay. It's okay. Because now I know that I will never let the muffin tins go again. I know now that I need these. I'm not going to let these go. Even this third one, I'm just going to keep it. I know that I need it. I'm not going to let it go because I learned my lesson. So if you like today's video, let me know. I can make so many more of these. I got a whole book full of crap to talk about. So if you like this, we can do this more often. I can talk about decluttering, minimalism. I can talk about the emotions that run with decluttering, how to get over it, tips and tricks that I've learned. And yeah, just let me know. This was fun. So it was easy. This was like an easy video for me. So anyway, I'll let you go. That's all I wanted to say. I hope that this was valuable or helpful in some way, shape, or form. And I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you. Before I officially let you go, I just wanted to say from the last video, seriously, you guys, I love and appreciate you so much. The amount of love, support, thoughts, and prayers that we received, and I'll link the last video in the description box below if you're wondering what I'm talking about. I talked about it right away in the beginning of the last video. Ian and I appreciate you so much. My whole family, all of us. You are an extension of our family. You are the bestest friends ever. We appreciate you so much. And it literally warmed my heart. Like, my heart could have bursted of gratitude because my heart's filled with so much gratitude. So I just wanted to say thank you from Ian and I, my entire family and I. We love and appreciate you so much. Thank you for all of the amazing, wonderful comments. I had all of the emotions reading your comments from the last video, and you have no idea how much you mean to me. So thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. It'll be a good one. We're gonna do all the things. It'll be a hot mess, but we always get the job done. Okay, my battery's gonna die. That's why I'm talking fast. Okay.